Hello, everyone. My name is Tiffany, and I am the Bloom Specialist. I help empower, coach, and develop women who are broken, helping you from your brokenness to your blossoming, just bringing your hopes to reality. And so, if you want more information on that, you can definitely check out my website, tiffanybacon.com, or any of my social media platforms. They are definitely within my link tree on all of my social media platforms. So check that out. Today I wanted to just speak on my South Africa trip because I haven't had the opportunity to just say how much it has definitely just changed my life and opened some doors that I had no clue of those, just the direction that it would take me. And I wanted to share a little bit about that. I recently just dropped another blog on positioning in position to be blessed. And so check that out if you have not already. But I wanted to just share some things that I have experienced over in South Africa, how it made me feel, and that it changed my life forever. And so I wouldn't have had this opportunity without Dr. Prophetess Francina Norman. And for those of you that have not heard of her, she is a phenomenal woman of God. Please look her up. If you're on Clubhouse, join her room. We're in the room every morning at 6 a.m. for a prophetic intercession is what it's called. But come and join. But I just wanted to say that because without this trip, without her, I wouldn't have been on this trip. So I wanted to definitely shout out and give credit to, not only give credit to her, and most importantly, give credit to God, because without him, it wouldn't be possible. So on my trip to South Africa, I won a free trip to South Africa for missions, guys. A free trip, like no expenses paid whatsoever. And I know that it was God. For those of you that don't know, this has been a dream of mine since I was 10. I said a little bit about that in my blog, so just please check that out and read it. It's been a vision of mine since I was 10. I recall just looking at commercials. They always have these commercials of the little babies that just it did something to my heart. And it was like, God, like, how can I get a job? Like, when I get a job, I'm going to do something, I'm going to help. And along the way, I just lost focus of that. I've lost, through my trials and tribulations, I've lost that dream that God had given me. I had totally forgotten all about it until I got in Clubhouse and got in the room and sat under Francina and Dr. Bailey. They were both in this room. And as Dr. Patricia Bailey began to speak, it was like, God, that dream that I had, he brought it back to my remembrance. And I just, oh my gosh. But okay, so just please check out the blog, because I'm not going to go into that. I want you to just check the blog out as well. So on my trip, when we first got there, it was a 15-hour trip, but it honestly did not feel that long to me. I guess I was just so excited. I was just in a place like, God, I can't believe I'm going. I can't. So it's 15 hours. But by the time I had, I looked at probably about 4 movies and ate and slept, it was time to get off the plane. And that was to and fro. So to and from. So when I definitely got there, I mean, my body was a little sluggish, but I was just in so excitement. I was ready for it. So when we got there, we took a picture of Nelson Mandela. His statue is sitting in the middle of the airport. So you'll see a video here. And then we were picked up by one of the drivers, and I found out that the driver was Dr. Miles Monroe's driver. Now, guys, if you don't know anything about me, One thing is I love me some Dr. Miles Monroe, like his books. That is another, outside of Apostle John Eckhart, like Dr. Miles Monroe, his knowledge. So when that was red carpet service for me, when when his driver picked us up, I was like, Jesus, like, look at you, because I had Dr. Miles Monroe's book with me in my hand while I was going. I was like, God, look at you, you just do it, And so they drove us to the location, and I don't know what I was expecting, but the vision houses are beautiful. I just had no clue that was where we would be living, in 4-way estates. There was a pool, though we didn't have a chance to truly get a chance to get in the pool, because the weather over there, I think it's their winter over there when it's our summer, so it was a little too cool to get in the pool. But the whole entire experience and just the ambiance of the location and the decorating and the praise and worship, the devotions that we did every day, just the time to definitely build relationships with the girls that I had an opportunity to stay with, and some of them I still speak with on a consistent basis to this day. And so our first trip for the missions, we went to Delmas, which is an area outside. It's still Johannesburg, but it's an area outside of Johannesburg. We went to the area where the Vision House, where they keep where they're building a center for the schools, a school and a location for the families to come to. We served them. We praised and worshiped and danced, and we delivered items, personal items for the families. They had an opportunity to testify and give their testimonies. There were some that gave their testimonies. We gave our testimonies as well, and just loved on them. And that was an amazing opportunity. I have pictures here. We went to I believe this was still Delmas. It's just, yes, it was another area, Delmas, and it was an area where a lot of the local natives are on a drug that they're addicted to, and Niobe. It's Niobe, if I pronounce that right, but it's a combination of poisonous things like rat poison and bleach and glass, and they get so addicted to it that it just messes with them totally, their total being. And so we prayed for them, and I recall just the Holy Spirit drawing me to one of the men near, because there were other women had them around in a circle, and there was another man outside the circle, and I was behind him, and Holy Spirit just led me to him, and I began to pray. And I prayed for this young gentleman and just asked God to heal him, and as Holy Spirit began to minister through me, it was like, oh God, I could feel the tears running, and I was just so in amazement, because a lot of times I truly struggle with God's ability to use me. I struggle with that, and my confidence is not where it needs to be. But that particular, and I'm just being transparent, guys, but that particular moment taught me a lot. That is not on my strengths. It's not on my strengths. I went with expectation of, like, God, how am I going to do this? Like, I don't feel confident. Oh my God, like, God, I just give it to you. And that entire experience just changed my whole life. Like, God was saying, it doesn't matter, because it's not you. It's me through you that I'm using to touch somebody else's life. So when I stopped praying for him and my shoulder was wet, oh my gosh, I just get emotional thinking about it. I had to just walk away to gather myself, because I did not want to break down. And I didn't want them to see me break down, because it wasn't a a place of discouragement, or it was a praise. It was a praise unto God, what he was doing through me. And for those that may not have understood that, they would have saw that as me possibly being in a bad place, and I wasn't. I was just in a moment of praising God. And so that was another experience. We also went to a local church, and there the natives, they sat with us and taught us their heritage, and they spoke, and we danced, and we praised, and we worshiped. And just being, I just remember I was telling my cousin last night actually how I was there, but I was zoned out, because I was like, God, I felt like I was in a movie, because I've always dreamed. I recall seeing movies where a church, an African church, and they would be praising God, and I would just be like, wow, it would be so nice to go to Africa and do something like that. And I was there, and I was in the movie. I would see like the birds like coming through the church, and the floors, and everything. And I was in that moment, and I was just overwhelmed, like, God, you are amazing. You are so amazing. So I got the opportunity to dance with them, and they fed us. It was awesome. It was so amazing. And then the next day, we had the opportunity to go to one of the local malls, and the mall was humongous, guys. I was like, oh my God, like, it looks like I'm from Atlanta, so it's like the Dome. And I took a video of it and placed it on my Facebook, because it was like, oh my goodness, like South Africa. When I tell you, the food was so amazing. It's so natural. I could tell the difference in my body. Like, I wasn't full. Those additives that, as over here in the United States, that are placed in our foods, they are not over there. And it was so natural and so filling, and the spices, because I love spices. We had an opportunity to go to Soweto. These are also pictures, so I'm putting pictures throughout this video of the foods we went to. Nice restaurants. Oh my goodness, the restaurants were bon appetit. Okay, the food was great. We went to Soweto again. The the natives, they welcomed us with like songs and dances, and the restaurant we went there, the food was so awesome. It was so good. And found out that it was a famous restaurant that a lot of well-known people, or famous people, go to. When they go to Soweto, they go to that street, and it reminded me of the Caribbeans. That's how the street was so live. There was African music playing all over the place. People was walking up and down the street. I felt at home. When I tell you, if you guys have not been to South Africa, I would encourage you. That is one place, Africa period, because I do plan on going to Ghana next year, but Africa period. Like, when I got there, my spirit was like, I'm at home. I called my kids. I was like, I ain't coming back home. I ain't coming back home. I'm staying in Africa. I'm staying here. Like, that's how it felt. I just wanted to be there. And it was so refreshing. I remember getting back on the plane, and getting ready to go with me and the girls that were with me. We was walking through the airport, and I was like, I just don't want to go back home. I don't want to go back home. Like, I want to stay here. It was an amazing experience. Africa is so beautiful. People are so amazing. And that trip truly changed my life. Being able also, I was able, with all the donations, shout out to everyone that was able to donate to my missions trip. We were able to give out so many items to over hundreds of families to receive these personal necessity packages, which includes, the regular necessities, the deodorants, the tampons, and things of that nature that they so desire and need. And also, I want to say, be on the lookout, because I'm definitely working on a project, and I'll definitely keep you updated. But hopefully, we'll be looking forward to doing something very spectacular in the near future. So I will definitely keep you updated so you can be a part of that. But this was just a snippet of my African trip. I want to thank again, most importantly, God, Dr. Prophetess Francina, Dr. Bailey, Dr. Valerie Phelps, all the women that were in the Vision House with me. I just thank all my donators that donated donations. I truly appreciate you. I love you. I pray for you. I truly appreciate you because this trip has changed my life. It truly has. And I know that this is just the beginning of the doors that God is getting ready to open for me. And I will forever thank you, and because you had a part in that. You had a part in that. So again, thank you. My name is Tiffany Bacon. And remember to definitely follow me on my social media platforms. Please subscribe, share, subscribe, like, and share. You can do any comments down there below. If you have any comments or any questions, I would definitely answer at a later date. Again, my website is tiffanybacon.com. And I will see you at the next video. Take care and peace.